How's it going, everybody? This is Jeremiah with Great Photographs Presents, and today I have a special guest, Jay Dee, the extraordinaire. Everybody give him a round of applause. Yep, good, good, good. JD, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you doing, man?
And then we just keep busy, man. You know how we roll.
Yeah. I've been really busy, but unfortunately not with modeling lately. Just
No,
with everyday life life tasks here, work.
work, 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 work. So
Yeah,
you are my first interviewee for the
yeah. We've been
podcast.
trying to get this done for a while now.
A little bit.
Proud to
It's
be your first.
proud to be your first.
Yeah,
Someone's got to be my first. So you've been busy. I've been busy, and we finally got this squashed away. We're finally here,
yep.
and I'm
If
happy.
it's yeah, if it's only audio, that's good too.
Oh yeah, are we not ready today for a video?
I had to put up my pretty face here.
That doesn't take much effort, I'm sure.
Oh goodness, it takes a lot more effort the older I get.
So how long have we known each other now?
Couple years now?
A couple years. I think the
Yeah,
first,
2 or 3 years, I think.
at least two. I think the first time we actually worked together was the Christmas shoot we did for Riesel magazine.
Yeah, yeah. Out there on Tempe Bridge there.
Tempe Bridge. That takes me back.
Yeah.
I work a lot in that area, so I'm like, man, good memories. Good memories. It was cold that night too.
It was cold and windy out on the bridge. We got to
And
work with Violet for the first time, so that was a lot of fun too.
she
And
was
working for the first
super,
time.
super sweet. She was super sweet.
Yeah.
Come to find out, Catherine set that whole thing up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was like, what? No. Like, okay, that's cool. That's very, very nice of her.
Yes. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine. You set the tone.
Right.
Right on. So, how does it feel to be one of the more well-known models, especially in your age group and around the valley? And you're definitely well known. You know, drop your name or like, oh yeah, I know JD. I've seen his stuff. And it's usually, from what I've seen, always positive.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I guess I get around. I don't know what that makes me, but what you want to call that. But yeah, I try to work as often as possible, get in front of as many lenses as possible, and
Yep.
work with as many photographers as possible too. Um, Definitely just still learning my craft here. I mean, I'm 56 now, and I started doing the modeling when I turned 52. So, kind of a relative newbie when it comes to
Yeah.
modeling, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the camera
Never
likes
thought
you.
I'd be doing it.
What's that?
I said I never thought I'd be modeling at this age.
No. Well, someone's got to. You're killing it. And now you're. I think one of the last times we spoke, you were getting into a little bit of acting.
I am, yeah. I guess at my age, the modeling roles are kind of few and far between as far as my look goes. They're usually looking for men that are younger and taller than I am and stuff like that. But and acting is kind of like natural progression for me and my look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's unique, but I mean you look great, man. I don't even want to say for your age, you just look great in general. For
Well, I
anybody's
appreciate
age,
that.
you definitely put the hard
Yeah.
work in, and you have a pretty good following, at least on Instagram, from what I saw with your athletic journey. Can you go in a little more detail about that? How did you get to that point?
Oh goodness. I don't know if I've told you the story or not, and why I started hitting the gym to begin with. Way back in the day, I had my own lighting business. I used to do concert and special event lighting, and it was going along pretty well. We had the business for about 12, 13, 14 years. And then the recession hit back in, what was it, 2006 through 2008. And my business took a major hit by it. And it just seemed like in 2008, I started losing everything that was meant anything in my life. I lost
Yeah,
the business, lost my father, lost our house, lost vehicles. But my wife and I still stayed together. And as a coping mechanism, I started going to the gym. So I figured that I could either, start doing something destructive for myself or doing something constructive for myself. And
Yeah.
that's when I chose working out at the gym. And I've been working out ever since. And that kind of, lend itself to the modeling. Um, it was kind of the baby steps to becoming a model at my age.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what got me into working out and building up my body. And I was always a skinny little guy growing up, so um, it was nice to see the transformation
Mhm.
and the payoff from the hard work at the gym.
No, absolutely. I mean, it shows, and I've seen you do a little bit of product photography as well. I've seen that on your page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done some work for a local supplement company here in Phoenix, M Drive. Shout out to M Drive. And then I've been able to do some work for Jeffrey Roth Watches, which is a local artisan here in Scottsdale.
Mhm.
And I got my first published work through Jeffrey Roth and a friend of mine doing in Rob Report magazine, which is kind of a male lifestyle magazine, and it's international. So
Mhm.
that was kind of a blessing and something that was unexpected completely.
Yeah,
And just
you've been on your way for sure, man. I mean, it's an interesting journey to watch. Happy to be on the sidelines at the very least.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it seems like, I it seems like it might have been an overnight success, but I mean, it's just little steps, and it's not exactly where I'd like to be. I'd like to be a little bit further along in modeling and do more of it.
Mhm.
But I count my blessings that I'm able to do it at all. That anybody has any interest in working with me. So I never take that for granted.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have
Yeah.
aside from the, the physical aspect of it, you definitely have a charismatic approach to when you're working with people. At least that's what I've experienced, and I think that's something that's captivating, and people like that. They want more of that. They want to be engaged with someone that has that charismatic spirit, and then is fun going, and you're also not afraid to get their hands dirty, and then you definitely deliver on a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah. I think, it comes from the notion that it's a blessing to be able to model at all. So, you know, um, the best you could be is, polite and happy with what you're doing. There's nothing bad about what we're doing, and I've definitely worked harder jobs than modeling. So, like I said, I count my blessings, and that's why I try to enjoy it and keep it fun and light for everybody around us.
Yes,
And
sir.
if it means carrying a lighting bag or a camera or whatever, that's what I'll do because we're all working as a team together.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Yeah.
Now, how many can you think off the top of your head how many shoots you've done this year so far?
This year,
Mm-hmm.
well, my day job has gotten busier,
Mm-hmm.
so I haven't done too many this year. Probably maybe about half a dozen shoots this year. The
Mm-hmm.
2 previous years, I was working all the time just because we had the time to do so.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember last year, and you were just everywhere.
yeah, yeah. So now I have less time available for it, but I'm trying to make the shoots that I have
Mm-hmm.
something that I haven't already done before, and better quality on my part from the modeling side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, but hopefully things will slow down here in the summer, and I'll be able to get more time to go out and get in front of cameras with different models here.
Yeah. Now, looking over your your journey, your catalog of different types of shoots, you definitely kind of fall into the Western cowboy or gentleman, nicely dressed kind of genre. Those are the ones you favor the most, or you kind of just down for anything?
I'm down for anything. I do prefer the Western look, just because I guess I don't know. I always wanted to be a cowboy growing up. I don't know. um, I spent some time in Colorado, which is where my mom was from, and that's where I got introduced to the rodeo. I've never been a rodeo cowboy or anything like that. I'm just a observer of it, and I'm
Right.
definitely always amazed by the athletes that are the cowboys, and just being around the livestock and everything. It's just a wonderful experience to witness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy fitness modeling. I enjoy lifestyle modeling. I'm down for just about anything. I mean, you've seen the work that I've done. I've even done boudoir modeling too, so
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to show a little skin either.
Yeah. Actually, we had a little boudoir set of our own. What, about a year and a half ago?
Yeah, yeah, we
I
did. Hey, you showed a little skin there too, there, buddy.
I,
You got in front of the camera.
I took my top off. I will do it. I
There you
am
go.
I'm a man of my
Anything,
word.
anything for the art.
Anything for the art. I'm like, all right, that's what you guys want to see. All right, here you go. You asked for it.
Right.
That was a busy set. That was with the, I think, Irish, what is it, Irish Studios, Irish Spike Studios was barely
Yeah,
forming.
it's a small little junkyard down there
Yeah,
in Phoenix there.
it's not too shabby.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw you at the second junkyard shoot. I caught you on the first one.
Oh, at the same place?
Yeah, they did one on the
Yeah.
16th.
Yeah, I didn't I wasn't available that time.
That's how it is
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, in fact I had another photo shoot with another photographer. I don't
Nice.
know if I can give out shout outs to other photographers or not, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I was working with Holly Payne, so
Oh,
we're
nice.
still waiting on the edits from that shoot. So there'll be some more Jay Dee, the silver model, posts here shortly.
Jay Dee, the silver model.
Yeah.
That's good. Look forward to seeing it. I always like watching your stuff.
Yeah. It's like trying to go with a little different look
Mm-hmm.
for this one. Kind of bringing back a little retro look as well in this photo shoot
Ooh.
with her. So,
Are we gonna see some parachute pants?
no, but you're going to see some pleated pants and things like that back
Okay.
from the old 80s kind of look.
All right. I can get behind that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fun to be
We're always
creative.
trying to be styling though.
What's that?
We're always trying to be styling whatever we're doing. We're always trying to look good and look cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking through your catalog right now, and I remember doing the summer shoot with the surfboard. And that one came out really well. You killed
Yeah.
that
That
one.
got a great response from a lot of people, and even though we were doing a surfboard in the middle of the desert, nobody seemed to care.
I like the irony of it. I really
Yeah.
did. It
Yeah, that was a warm afternoon as well.
it was bright too. It was so bright.
Yeah.
I was like,
At least I
man.
get to wear just a pair of swim trunks and carry a surfboard around.
Yeah, speaking of that surfboard, it was given to me by a friend of mine, one of her friends. They just had it in storage. They're like, yeah, you can use it. I'm like, sweet. However, it was caked on with wax from like, I don't even know how much. It took me about an hour and a half to clean off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had to do a lot of prep work just to make it
Yeah.
presentable.
Oh, I was sweating. I was like, man, oh, never
You're like,
worked so
what the
hard
heck
for.
what did I get myself into for this shoot
I'm
here?
like, anything for the shoot. Anything for the shoot. I got it. I've been,
Like I said, all I had to do was carry it around
yeah,
and
yeah.
look good in front of it.
That was a good one. We actually did a number of shoots in that short time span. I think we did like 4 or 5 shoots.
Yeah. And it seems like it's funny that way with the business and the community here in Phoenix. It seems like it's secular. You'll work with a certain photographer and you'll get a number of different themes and a lot of shoots in a small group of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of move on, and then the next photographer comes along that wants to work with you on different looks and different themes for them. And you just kind of make the rounds with the different photographers here in town, and
Yeah,
then you kind of go back to the beginning again.
yeah. There's a cycle to it. I've been
Yeah,
seeing some stuff with you and Dennis Larson.
yeah. It's great working with Dennis, and we always get lucky with very dramatic skies in the background. It always
Yeah.
seems like we're just getting out there right before a thunderstorm or right after a thunderstorm too. So
And that's just icing on the cake. That's just perfect.
yeah, we got very lucky in all the times we've shot together. I also work with Dan Stone a lot too.
Yeah, Dan Stone's another good one.
Yeah, and he actually lives right around the corner from me now.
Oh yeah,
So
interesting.
hopefully we'll be seeing more work with him and I together.
That'd be pretty cool. I haven't worked
Yeah,
with Dan Stone yet.
yeah.
Not yet. I've been actually talking to Tim Weaver a little bit. We were working on well, I'm helping with Brianna.
Okay.
Yeah, she's working on something with Tim Weaver, and I'm fortunate enough to be involved and assist in any way I can. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Do people know what he specializes in?
Tim Weaver,
Yeah, his
infrared.
style and yeah, infrared.
Yeah, he does a really good job. He kind of explained it to me, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty simple the way he does it. But if you don't have the right stuff, that's you're never going to replicate it.
Right, and he does a lot of photo shoots on film too. So
Yeah, he showed me some of that. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, I always misspeak and say it's UV instead of infrared.
He's like, no, it's not
No,
UV. There's a
it's
difference.
infrared. Right.
Absolutely, I get it.
See, he gets to work with a lot of the tattooed models because the tattoos really pop
Yeah.
in infrared. I'm kind of boring, I guess, when I'm in front of his lens because I don't have any tattoos. I just have the silver beard.
Just a silver beard
Yeah,
and the
that's
muscles.
okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
yeah,
It's not
that's all
your
I got.
area. That's
Nope.
fine. I'm trying to get in front of his camera. I've been considering doing a little more modeling myself.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you think about doing as far as the theme goes?
I don't even know. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone who's just getting into modeling? What advice would you give them that you wish you would have known?
Oh goodness, because I just kind of fell into it, so I don't know if I have any advice for anybody else or not. Um,
Your experience is experience, man.
yeah. My word of advice is just be polite and be on time and come there with a good work ethic and a good mindset. You
Absolutely.
know, that's the biggest thing. If you're polite and people want to work with you, then people want to work with you. If you're the best looking person in the room, but you're a jerk, nobody wants to work with you.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of them out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. It's just realize, there's much tougher ways to make a living in this world, and be happy with having somebody interested in working with you.
Yeah. Count your blessings. You know. It's,
Yeah, and then realize, that the images are what it's all about. It's not about you.
yeah.
You're trying to create a mood, you're trying to create a look. If you're selling a product, it's about selling the product. It's not about selling yourself. Take yourself out of the equation and just do your best to make the image the best.
Yeah. It's a
I guess
project,
that's, yeah, I guess that's, my bit of advice from what I've learned.
and everybody's different. Everybody adds a certain flavor, and you might not always be the right flavor they need.
That's another thing that comes with modeling is that anybody can be a model. It's not just beautiful people or the most athletic person or the person with the most muscles or the least amount of body fat. There's a look that people are trying to achieve that are trying to, sell one thing or another. Either it's selling a mood or an idea, or it's selling product. I mean, there is a place for everybody
Yeah.
in in the modeling field.
You just got to
And I
find your
think,
little niche.
yeah, it's like um, people ask me, what it's like to be a model. I'm just like, well, I'm just being me, but anybody can be a model.
Hmm.
If you have that look that somebody is looking for to sell a product or whatever, then that's what you are. You're a model for the day.
Yep.
So Yeah. Nobody should look in the mirror and say, I'm not good enough looking to be a model,
Yeah,
because
I
anybody
agree.
can be.
Yeah, I agree 100%. There's something for everybody out there. Think
Yeah,
about.
my look just translates well for what I work on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Does. And you have a couple of your fingers in different spots. I mean, you got your cowboy look that works great for you. Obviously you're a well dressed man, and we've got several shoots to cover that. You have
mm,
your boudoir. That's great. We did the athletic ones. I've seen some of that stuff. I mean, you got your hands in a few different honeypots, and that's not always the case for everybody. But you just kind of find what works for you.
yeah, I try to be as versatile as I can, and I guess that's why acting kind of is a natural progression for me too, because if
Yeah.
my look can translate to different things, then I think that's all the better. But that was another thing, like I said, um, when I started training and working out at the gym, that was kind of a lifesaver for me, and I kind of owe everything that I am now to the gym back then. And I try to, I guess, have that be my motivator, and I try to be an inspiration to other men that are, my age or younger men that are coming up that
Yeah.
kind of aspire to be like me when they become my age. And I always tell them, I hope that you become a better person and a better man than me when you become my age. But
Yeah.
if I can be an inspiration to you now, you know,
Even
that's
better.
that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely. How many Instagram accounts do you have now?
I have three now.
Were there more?
No, 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 no. It started out with one, then it kind of went to two, and then it went to three. Um, One's kind of my motivational page, which is at it's just me.jd, and then that's kind of like where I share my life experiences and try to give advice and things like that. Then there's at JD the Silver Model, which is purely my modeling page, and then my personal page, which is JD Extra Hush.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was thinking about it, and we need to get another one in. But I I love your dog, man. We got to take one with your dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. My dog Onyx.
Yep.
Yeah, my Black Shepherd.
Yeah. I felt like we got a tease over there when we did the shoot over by Estrella Lake.
Yeah, yeah. It was talking about working with Holly a couple weeks ago. She wants to do another one with me and the dog as well. So maybe we should all get together and go up north where it's cooler and take the dog.
Yeah, I have.
Plus,
It was
you
great.
and I still need to get together and do that. Um, the construction worker with the grinder and throwing some sparks there.
Yeah, that's
I want
right.
to do it. I haven't put on my overalls and my hard hat yet.
It needs to be worn in a little bit. You got to run it through the mill.
Right, exactly. I
But
know it's
I
the
got
boots are
everything
getting
else.
worn out.
Oh, that's perfect. I
I wear
mean,
those every day.
I got boots if you need boots.
Oh no, I got plenty of boots.
Like
I'm kind
construction
of a I'm
boots.
kind of a shoe whore to begin with,
Yeah,
so
yeah. No, I get that 100%.
yeah, I think I have as many shoes as any woman would have. I got to have the right pair of shoes for every outfit.
Hey, man, your model. That's just an investment at this point.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I should be able to write it off, right?
I don't see why not. I mean, I'm not an accountant or anything like that, but it makes sense to me.
Right. That's another thing that people don't know about modeling too, is that you have to make a small investment in your wardrobe, because not every shoot that you go to, they're going to have a stylist there to dress you.
Yep.
And when you're auditioning for commercials, because I do commercials too, is that they're going to tell you what look they want you to show up with for the audition. So yeah, that's the one thing that you don't think about, is that you might have to make an investment in some wardrobe for yourself.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Something new.
and that's another word of advice or piece of advice I would give to upcoming models too, is take some acting lessons.
I haven't
Because
I haven't considered that.
yeah, you should take some acting lessons, because again, you're trying to. sell a mood or a theme or whatever. And a lot of that comes from your facial expressions. And if you just have one look that you always go to with your facial expression, that's kind of limiting.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking on that, when we did our set together at the that little junkyard we did,
Mm-hmm.
there was Danielle, Desert Unicorn Photography. She was giving me direction. I'm like, man, I'm always on the other side of the camera and giving direction. Now that I'm on this side of the camera, it's just like I have forgotten everything that I always instruct. I'm like, what? It's a different ball game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I wouldn't know anything about photography, but I guess the modeling kind of just comes naturally to me. I guess I've been posing long enough in my life. But yeah, it's working the angles of the camera and realizing where the light's coming from and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. And like I said, I started off as a lighting guy, so I kind of have an understanding of lighting. So that helps me out a bit too
yeah,
when it comes to being in front of a camera.
yeah.
I know the difference between the key light and a fill light and that kind of stuff. So
They're simple, but they play such an impactful role.
yeah, I mean, you know how it is. Lighting is everything.
Yeah. Is there
So
a
if
is there a set that you haven't done that you'd like to do, or maybe one that hasn't even
yeah,
come across other people's minds?
yeah, like I said, I'm still waiting for that grinder with some sparks.
We're gonna work on that. That's gonna get done this summer for sure.
Yeah. Well, another one I'd like to do is I'd like to do a vintage motorcycle, like either a cafe racer or something like that, where you have an old vintage leather helmet and
Yeah,
goggles and things like that, or maybe an aviator, things like that too.
yeah. Actually, that'd be pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, yeah, because I think that those are kind of looks that kind of go along with the beard,
Yeah,
but it's something I definitely haven't done already. So
yeah. And you know that I'm starting to introduce more drone work into my sets now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That the one drone, what was it? It was your work that we showed you showed me at the beach there, where you were at the ocean and you did a close up, and then went to uh, a big high elevation shot
Was
at the
that
beach.
for the Lake Havasu?
No, I thought it was out there in California.
No, I wasn't out there in California.
Oh, well, you and I were going to go do something at the beach in California, and I think you were showing an example of what you wanted to do. Maybe it was somebody else's work.
It may have been someone. I don't think I had the drone at that point yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
But yeah, that is some stuff, and I try to post when I can. Not always likely to get the drone out there. Sometimes it's just super windy and it's difficult to control.
Yeah, now you have to be licensed for that, right?
If you want to work commercially, you do have to be licensed, but you don't need it just to fly it. To have
Okay.
fun. There are limitations to it. Um,
Yeah,
you can't go above certain heights.
elevation.
Yep, you got to stay out of certain areas, especially airports.
Yeah.
But the good people at DJI, they have a lot of algorithms involved in their programming, so they don't even let you fly in certain areas. It'll just force you to land, or they at least, at the very least, have good warnings.
Yeah.
So
That's something we should do. We should go out to Lake Pleasant and do something out there.
what's that?
We should go out to Lake Pleasant and do something out there.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to come up with a concept.
Yeah, I mean, my wife keeps on wanting me to do. She keeps on wanting to go kayaking,
Oh, there you go.
or what's the other the paddleboard, the stand up paddleboard.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never done that before at all. So maybe we should do something like that.
Yeah, I could get you from the drone.
Right.
Super easy. I actually flew over Tempe City Lake or Tempe Town
Yeah.
Lake. Yeah, I flew that.
Yeah.
Did a little video over there.
Okay.
That's fun.
Well, again,
See,
that's where we started.
it all comes down to Tempe.
Right. Right.
Tempe's got
Right.
the magic.
That's another thing I don't do enough, I guess, is like outdoorsy hiking stuff. I suppose I should do that more often too.
Yeah, we could go do a set over there at Mongolian Rim. I really like that spot.
Okay.
That was a good spot. I shot with
Yeah.
Sean over there with his lumberjacked set.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember seeing that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got my lumberjack set as well with the red plaid shirt.
yeah, absolutely. You look. I mean, I think I saw some of that in the junkyard. Maybe I don't know. You got a lot of clothes, man. I'm gonna be honest. You got a lot of clothes. I mean, they
Yeah,
look. It looks good. Don't get me
I
wrong.
got, I got too many clothes.
But that's your investment into modeling. Hear that, everybody?
That's my
You need
investment.
to invest into modeling, and then you'll be prepared for most of the situations.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what it
Yeah,
comes down to.
I don't. I think I've only done one shoot where I wasn't wearing something that wasn't out of my own closet, and that was for Amazon. They actually had a stylist there, so I get to feel like a little star working for Amazon, um, where they had a stylist there, and we had a trailer and makeup artist and all the good stuff there. So
You haven't told me the story. What were you doing with Amazon?
we were doing a shoot for them out there in a hangar, and um, they were showing how people could buy their own tractor trailer and have their own independent business. It was under the Amazon umbrella, but you would own the tractor trailer on your own, and you could hire a driver of your own, and but you would have them as a parent company, and you would deliver product for Amazon.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was the truck owner, and I was there um, showing my driver all around the truck.
Is this
So,
available online yet?
I never saw any of the images from that shoot. I don't know what happened to it. I'm assuming it went into a brochure,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, so that's another thing too is that you're not always going to see your work that you did, but if you get paid for it,
even
that's about
better.
all you can hope for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the biggest thing with paid work versus TFP work is that TFP work, you can expect to see your images and have some content to put on your Instagram and social media.
Mm,
But with paid work, you don't always see the end product. I mean, I've done some video shoots for sales companies, for property management companies, and have never seen the work posted anywhere.
mm,
But I get paid for it, so
yeah, that's
don't always expect to get images.
yeah. Especially when you're doing more commercialized work.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah.
taking the
That's a
creative
that's
element out of it, but I mean, you're getting paid, so
Yeah, yeah, and I mean it's still fun
yeah,
for me. Like I have my on-camera wives too. That it's a lot of fun just meeting new people and
hmm
having new experiences. So
yeah. That's
yep,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. There's no downside to what we're doing here. At least for me, there hasn't been a downside. I've never had a bad experience. I think maybe for a lot of female models they might have
Yeah,
run into some bad encounters, but me being a 50-year-old man, it's probably a little bit different for me.
yeah, that is true. Unfortunately, there's a lot of guys out there like that. Well, people in general, not just guys, but I'm sure there's women out there as well.
Yeah.
Well, you're you're in a smaller market, I would say.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. But
So
like I said, at least for me, it's all been positive. It's always been a good experience. So
yeah.
I count my blessings for that.
Well, excellent. Well, I think we're about at a close. Do you have any last words of encouragement? A couple shout outs you want to do? This is all about you. Your time to spiel.
Oh, like I said, if you're an up and coming model, um, like I said, show up early. Early is to be on time, and on time to be is to be late, and late is unacceptable. But show up with a good attitude and willing to work and put in the extra effort there. Um, I think that there needs to be more of a spotlight put on male models too. That
Yeah.
I wish there was more male models out there that get into the business and stuff. Um, Not that I need the competition or anything like that, but I still like to see male models out there doing their thing. I think that the male form is just as good looking as the female form.
Yeah.
Um, but like I said, just go out there and put yourself in front of the lens and try to create good content and try to, you know, have something that somebody wants to look at. That's the biggest thing, no matter what it is. If you put your heart and soul into it, people will see that and it'll come out in the images that you take.
Absolutely. And most of all, have fun with it. If you're not having fun, that's going to cross the images.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, not every situation is fun. Sometimes it's going to be, you're going to be put in a situation where you might be not wearing very much clothing in a cold environment.
Yeah, that's true.
But even still, or you might be wearing a lot of clothing in a warm environment, which I've done both. So, but
Yeah.
just realize that the image is what is key, and you're trying to sell a look, and it's not spending a little bit of time out there sweating or you know freezing a little bit is not going to take you out. Enjoy the moment
Yeah,
and capture the look.
exactly.
But
Or
yeah, again, like I said, show up there with a good attitude and be polite, be friendly, and be happy.
yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jay Dee, fashion
My
model
pleasure.
extraordinaire, man of all types of shoots, who's down for pretty much anything. I really
Yeah,
appreciate your
yeah, yeah.
time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know about the extraordinary part, but I'm still trying.
Yeah, we're working on that. Everybody listening to the podcast, you can check JD out at JD Extra Hush on Instagram. Also, JD the Silver Model, and also it's just me.jd. He's a man of many talents. Please go check him out. And that's it for Grit Photographs. Goodbye.